Freddie.
Shady and creative people.
Number 20.
Number 20 is a special day. It's been quite a long journey, and we are very excited, literally, today to have a very good friend and a special guest for our 20th episode. We have Nancy, an sex instructor and educator and an entrepreneur based in Shenzhen. It sounds like it's going to be a very interesting podcast, and hopefully not a quickie. Welcome to our show, Nancy. Sorry for being stupid, but people know me enough.
It's okay. I know how to control it.
We finally managed to have this chit chat.
Yeah.
We had a couple of last-minute problems in the past days, but thanks a lot for being here.
Thanks for inviting me.
Also
very nice chance for me to talk about this again. Yeah.
Cool. We have.
So I'm gonna ask your favorite question.
Yeah.
Well, okay, let's take it back a minute before we. Maybe it's better for you to describe to the audience what exactly you're doing present day.
Okay, so you want to say what I've been doing?
Yeah, what?
Let's say today. What has been your day today?
I don't mean it like that, but you could do it like that. How was your day? Yeah.
You wrote me already at 7:20 in the morning, so for sure you are early wake up.
More about her business.
I was still in the office from yesterday, by the way.
Probably. Am I looking a little bit tiring?
No. This guy looks tired.
I didn't sleep at all.
Me too. I was like,
you were up all night?
No, not like that. But recently, I have a lot of work to do, and I feel I have a lot of stress, especially past 6 months. A lot of things happen. I was like, oh my gosh, everything just had to handling. And right now, because of my business is kind of expanding, so also spending a lot of time, a lot of energy on it. That's why.
Right.
Yeah.
But you can cope with the stress. I mean, a lot of the people you're working with, they are also doing...
to release your stress.
So
That's what it's normal.
It's probably one of the things you teach, right? This is a great thing for stress release.
Definitely. Yeah.
When you have a long, hard day, Freddie, you need to go and have your little quickie and
I'm never stressed.
Chill out from this. You're never stressed.
Because you always release, right?
Always need to release, yes. So
that's a good thing. Especially for myself as well. When I feel really, really stressed out, sex is I feel like the most important thing for me to release all the stress out. And second is dance. I really love to dance.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a good way, guys. You have to having pa.
Good. It's definitely true. I mean, I'm sure that, sometimes when you meet people that are very kind of rude or nervous about things and stuff, I'm sure they don't have that nice intimate life. They don't have a way to release whatever they have in life, either through work or through other things, and that's when it makes you how do you say it in English?
Stuck the energy.
Yeah. So very moody, hating everyone.
Very uptight.
Yeah.
Very
uptight in that case.
Yeah.
No, okay. But what is your average, let's say, client, customer, guest looking for or needing? I mean, what is your average target? I mean, I can imagine that it's not something as straightforward as going to a dentist or to a psychiatrist to talk about couple problems. That's much more intimate, right? So I guess it takes some steps before being comfortable into doing this.
So our participants, mostly they are they're in the 30 to 35 or 36, 7 years old, like that.
Right.
Most of them already married or they already divorced. So we are really focused on this part. It's actually not like I want to service those kind of people. I just attract those kind of people.
It just happens.
It just happened. We are not focused on the kids and neither the elder people. But we do have so my follower is more like youngest one maybe, let's see, 16 or 18, like that age, and the oldest could be like 50 up or 60 up, like that. Yeah, but most of the people are 30 to 35 years old. What's the thing? Why they came to me? One thing is they want to solve the problem, and the second, most of the people, they want to improve their skills. They don't even know actually the skills is not like outside of skills. They want to have a more intimacy. I know that. I know they want to solve a problem, how they want to have a better relationship with themselves and also with a partner. But most of people came to me always say, I have a skill problem. That's not true. They don't have a skill problem.
They think they have a skill.
They always think, oh, my husband don't want to have sex with me, or my husband cheated on me, or my wife she don't want to have sex at all. Those kind of thing. But no, it's always have something before the sexual thing.
Like the circumstances makes them insecure, and they think it's because of themselves.
Yeah, most of because of a relationship. I can see that.
Right.
Yeah.
And most of them like is people that anyway you know, or that you had the chance to, let's say, talk and be acquainted with before because they know you from word to mouth, or like how does it?
How they know me?
Yeah.
We have a WeChat account, official WeChat account. I'm running that WeChat account already. Oh, the new one we reopened this last year, and I have a old one got blocked 2 years ago, and I have before I had one, before that I had one like 4 years like that. Anyway, I just lost a lot of offense.
Blocked because of like sensible topics and content, or
I don't think that's sensitive, but our big brother think about.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
I
I know what we're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, most of the people by WeChat account, some of the people by Weibo, and some of the people from like big media or ETL or BBC or Sextone, or some of the people, of course, by friends like that. Because also we're offering the offline workshop. Some people, they came and they just got totally changed. They introduced their friend, their partner to join our workshop as well.
So you can really, let's say, see the fidelity of those people that are like happy and have a change in their life, and
Yeah, I think so. We do that part. People think we are only teaching people how to have sex. Sure, it's how, but in this how, it's really including how to talk with your partner, how to talk with yourself, how to treat yourself, how you like recognize your body, how you sense yourself, how you see the sexuality. Everything is combined together. That's make you how to have like intimacy with friend, with your partner, or even with your family. It's the relationship, not only about the sexual relationship. It's all about all the relationships, connections with people, like that.
But most of your audience and customers are Chinese, may I ask?
Yeah. Yes, we are focused on Chinese.
Because I think also this is a bit of a cultural thing that I guess that as a Chinese person growing in China, probably you don't have, let's say, that access.
Well, it's kind of like a taboo subject.
It is more of a taboo, right? I mean, even like until you're 18, you're still studying separated. So even your first time experiences are happening maybe around your 20s rather than your 15s, as I guess the US.
we did.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's.
I mean, I remember like when I was a freshman in high school, it was like 14 years old, 15 years old. We had like sex education class where they talk about,
school,
all the STDs, how, what sex is about, what's a blowjob. I mean, like the teacher was like super. I mean, it wasn't like she fucking puts on blowjobtv.com and lets everyone watch it, but like you know.
No, but at least talking about it.
Talking about, yeah, like what
Yeah.
is oral sex?
But
What is, you know.
Here, I'm sure there is no sexual education at school, right?
Now in some of the school in Shenzhen or also in the big cities, they do offer in kids sex education. I don't know how far they go, but I can see the situation is much better than before. But in my age, when I was little, I don't remember.
It probably
they have
didn't
that.
exist,
no,
you know?
No.
Also, you know, the fact that even though, you know, when you are, I don't know, 12 and you're already, or 14 and someone is already telling you in a way that it is not about sex, it's about the fact that that relationship between two human beings can, you know, trigger your body being transformed and being pregnant. You're aware of what,
Yeah.
you know, it means. If you
Yeah,
don't know,
exactly,
then you
right.
might end up, you know, having sex without even knowing that that's how you make babies somehow, if nobody tells
Right.
you and nobody talks about it.
You know, like the importance of using a condom. I mean, these are all like the
yeah.
topics they brought up in our class, you know? How to use a condom, you know, like just
so
the
interesting.
basics.
Like before I came today, I just talked with one of my friends, also like my colleague. She just had abortion, and I helped her to like did a session to really make her feel not guilty or feel much better. I'm not a bad person, evil person. And most of the girls, they will feel that way.
Right.
I mean, just a lot of things happening. Even around my friends and also myself, I can see how important, and I can see how pity we always just fall down a lot, and then we start to realize this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So what was like the trigger on you to like kind of like start this business or go down this kind of life path? I mean, were you working at like another company and just like exploring sexuality yourself, and then you helped out, you had a conversation with like a friend where she needed help with sex, and then all of a sudden like it triggered your brain to that
In the
this
very
could be-
beginning, I was just very curious, what's this? And I went to the workshop. I was like, wow, this is so interesting.
So you went to a workshop to go
yeah,
check it
when I
out.
was in US, I was like, oh wow, what's this? I was like, oh my god, it's so interesting. So I went. But after that, I did not thinking about it. I will do this as business, or I do this as my whole life career. So I came back to China, and I restarted to build up the female community just for fun. I didn't think I'm gonna go into this path. Not even for events, just like organize people, or organize girls. Let's go hiking, swimming pool, or whatever like that. And then I started to introduce how to use tampon, because girls don't know how to use a tampon.
I remember, didn't you start like you
Yeah.
were doing like tampon
Right? Right, that's how we
cells?
met up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just having fun. And in first 3 years in Shenzhen, I had a connection with some beauty hospital, because explaining tampon, you have to explain how to use the things into your body, into your vagina, right? I don't know, but for some way, I'm just very good at talking about this kind of stuff. And while doing that, while studying online, then the one of the TV station invited me to talking about more things about that. And I made friends with a psychologist in China. They told me to have a program in US, so I went back to USC to study that program. And in that program, there was one morning, I remember, when the professor when he was talking about your parents. And when you see your parents, did you see them as a man and a woman? And then that moment, I was like, wow, I didn't realize that. They are still men and a woman. They are not just my parents.
Right.
And then I realized, oh, wow, I put a lot of bad thing on my dad. And I put a lot of shit thing on him. I was tearing a lot. Since that, I have a gender, just like all the gender stuff that's coming out, aware of a sexual role or your gender, all the stuff. And that moment it gave me the one shot. I was like, wow, this is a great subject. This is a great major to study. It's the full major name is human sexuality. So I came back. I started writing 公众号, the wechat.com, just for to help myself to see what I learned. And
Kind of
then
like
I started-
making a blog or something.
sorry?
It was kind of like you're doing it like in blog format.
Yeah.
It's like sharing experiences.
But I sharing that just because I want to see what I learned, and then I have some follower following me, and then started this, and for a long time, I was a freelancer, and a lot of company invite me to sharing how to have sex, and how to be like a lot of like a sexual cam, like trying to make ladies more charm, make them feel more comfortable with a sexual life, how to got back your husband because of that. I was like, okay. So I just sharing what I learned, and they are just very happy to having this in the workshop. So for a long time, I was a freelancer until 2019. I was broke up with my ex, and I was taking a class, a self-development class. When I was in Thailand, there was one day, I realized why I cannot step out. Because during that, I already realized I want to do something. I want to do something by myself, but I don't know that. I don't know how to do that. I don't know what's that thing like catch me to hold me back. So when I was in Thailand, I saw that part. I always thinking I'm not good enough. Even people think you're amazing, you're doing a great job, you're like outgoing, you're happy, blah blah blah, all the stuff. But I was like, deep down, I feel like I'm not good enough. So when I realized that, when I dealing with that part, that day, I was like, damn, I'm gonna come back to Shenzhen and try build up a team.
To put it up together.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. So no matter what's happened, I'm gonna just try. I'm gonna give this chance. So when I came back, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do that. I found a WeWork. I was like, I rent that place. I can do it.
Right.
And luckily, when I wanted to start in this, one of the girl called me and said, hey, I want to move back to South. Can you help me to find a job around in Shenzhen or somewhere? I don't want to stay in Beijing anymore.
Right.
I was like, okay, let's talk. Then we had a conversation, and the girl just boom, moved to
Came
Shenzhen,
down.
work with me till now. That's
Okay.
how I started first college, and step by step. Right now we have 5-6 colleagues now.
Okay.
Like that.
5 or 6 people working full time
Yeah, full time, 5
for your
company.
company.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
That's like from doing it on your own to a big, the big team.
A small team.
Well, I mean,
Right.
it's 5 times bigger than what you had before.
Well, compared
know?
before, yes, I feel very grateful in all my colleagues. I just love them so much. They're just great.
They're all women.
Before we actually have a queer, right? Queer, and
Oh,
bisexual. We have a bisexual right
I mean,
now.
like a gay guy, a queer,
Queer, you know, queer.
queer. What's the difference between queer and gay?
Gay is like you like
Is there-
the man, right? Gay guys, you like man. Now queer is you don't label them. They don't want anyone label the gender to them. That's queer.
Well, so queer doesn't want to be labeled. I mean,
Yeah.
doesn't want to be labeled what he likes, or doesn't want to be labeled. I'm a little bit
The
confused.
like or your sexual role or the preference of your sexual or your identity, anything. Like they just don't want.
This is
to
like a
be
new thing
labeled.
because I always thought
It's not
queer.
a new
it's not a
thing.
new
I always thought
thing.
queer
It's a long
was
time ago.
gay.
Like Freddie Mercury is a queer.
But he's gay.
Yeah.
That means gay, right?
Yeah, but it doesn't need to say that he's.
But I always thought it was
gay.
like queer was kind of like a derogatory term, like oh you fucking queer, you know?
Man.
No.
No, not necessarily. Well, for sure she knows better than.
And I'm
the
not.
definition,
I'm just.
but,
I know. I'm not questioning her. I'm just trying to
Curious about
understand
that.
it for myself.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you my perspective.
But
of-
I would
of-
say
of
that
the
like,
word.
if someone makes a statement of "I'm gay," you're saying that literally you don't like women and you like men, and you want to make it clear.
And but if you said, for example, if you said I'm queer, I'd also think, okay, you don't like women, you like men.
Not necessarily you
No.
don't like women.
That's
Yeah.
But
You
wh-
are into boys, but you
could
like
you say-
women
but that's
too.
so queer. And,
I feel
But
like
that's
it's
also
more
like saying you're
about
bi.
yeah, exactly. Some people will be thinking, oh, if you are queer, you can have sex with boy or girl, but that's what's a different with the bisexual, right? I think for queer, they are more from when you say you sex with a girl or a man, they are more like gender label here,
Yeah.
but they are more like self identity, which is how to describe that with English? Like, don't tell me don't tell me who I am. Even you say I'm bisexual, that's your identity. I'm bisexual, man or woman, or maybe queer is like don't tell me who I am. Tomorrow I like men, or today I like women, or after tomorrow I can love like transgender. Just
Right.
don't label me anything.
Yeah.
They are much more
Complicated.
Let's say complicated.
No, why complicated?
It's not really like complicated.
Well, it's more complicated than saying you're bi or gay. You're like, you're not sure what day of the week he's gonna be.
But you know one thing, this is a very bring up an interesting perspective into this, is that I think that until modern days, when now we're suddenly having all this definition about human behaviors, now we have LGBTKJZ, I don't know how long it goes, you know, the whole thing. But I mean, it's been since over 3,000 years. I mean, the Romans and the Greek were already having, you know, sexual life very, you know, various and open without being defined by names, and then by our
and a lot of like
society.
a lot of like
putting
the
this
word
definition
lesbian came from like the Roman time, where there was like
from
some
the Greeks, from Lesbos.
or,
Yes?
yeah, Lesbos. You know.
So then when you have the definition, you're also like targeted as one, and then also you might end up being cornered by the rest of the society. I think that in Asia especially, until the 80s or 90s, they were not even having the words for gay, lesbian, whatever. Things were just happening and nobody was minding anything about it. Then words starts to be like an hashtag, you know. So that's more difficult to.
Yeah.
Nobody needs to define, I guess, what you want to do or what you do.
Pretty much queer. It's like I don't want to define my identity like that.
Totally agree. I'm very queer.
Yeah, but that question is like bisexual, queer, gay, straight. Yeah, me straight.
Yeah, I mean, there's the world's changing. Like all these like crazy like definitions or genders, or it's a very confusing landscape than when I grew up, as far as what people were, and what kind of gender they were, or parents not wanting to like label their kids as gender, or whatever.
Right.
But
Okay.
Going back to you, so you had a team of 5 people, mostly girls. One was a queer.
One was a gay.
One was a
a
gay.
bisexual. One is straight. And
But
then
all girls, or
girls and a gay.
girls and okay, let's
Yes.
all girls and one boy, right?
Oh, okay, let's say that. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And still, that's your team today. It's all
Yeah.
girls and one gay.
Yeah, for
Oh, one boy,
the sex
sorry.
education, yes. Yeah. So
And so, like, you guys do like one-on-one counseling, or mostly you focus on events? Are you guys like starting like your own product line? Like, what's
okay.
what's the kind of like your day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month, and the last thing is like the future of.
I'm not having sex all day. Okay. That's also people curious.
Are you gonna make sex toys eventually? Your own brand?
I don't think so. I'm much more focused on the courses, like education. So we do online classes. People just go our third platform to click that. We already recorded everything. You can just go there, buy everything, buy the classes. And also we offer in the offline workshop. and it's happening end of this month as well. We have a foreplay workshop and all workshops. Let's see, and this is the two big parts of our company. And in the middle, we have a counseling, yes, and also we have some product to selling. And another part, we have a retreat, but this part also relate to the classes to overseas.
The overseas, that's like you're doing stuff at like Bali, right? Before.
Yeah, and Thailand.
And
We do that part too. And right now, I also offering caressing massage to girls, but that part is not really like a massage. It's like really caress your body.
Like a
and
happy ending.
No, unfortunately.
Not yet.
Most of the girls, they will feel unloved and valued from the session, and help them to release their sexual depression from all the sessions like that, and create a new space for them.
So it's not really, it's like a massage, but also kind of like empowering dialogue and kind of boost up their self-esteem and
Yes, work on their
self-confidence.
energy. Work on their energy.
That's
like
great.
that, yeah.
Wow.
I like
And
that.
what kind of products are you selling when you say products? Are we talking
Yeah.
about like?
Toy?
No, I mean, just is it like clothing, gadgets? Is it creams?
Lingerie, things to spice up the bedroom.
We do more like the candles and coconut oil for the massage,
Yeah, right. That's what I
and some lingerie, and also some dildos like that. But we're not really focused on selling the products. And some of the companies, like sex toy company, they trying to reach out us, help them to promoting, do some marketing, branding stuff. We do that part as well. And also, before we always focus on the customers. And since the end of last year, we are cooperating with some company as well. Some of like Nanshan Jigong CB, what's the CB blood? I don't know what's the English, but for the government, we provide sexual health articles, help them to upload, to writing that, and also help some of the counseling company to specific to writing what's a sexual health or focus on the sexual psychology, all those kind of stuff. So
Right.
they're now expanding to service the companies as well.
And you know, growing up, we were talking about how, like when I grew up, I had like sex education classes, and you didn't, right? You were kind of like figured out sex on your own. Your parents didn't really talk too much about it, or if they did, it was very limited info, right? And then growing up as an adult and stuff, have you seen a big kind of like shift in the way that like society and the government kind of like understands and wants to promote and talk about these topics of sex and sexual health and sexual happiness? Because you were just mentioned that you were making some articles for the government about you know sexual stuff, but like when you were younger, probably that was maybe a lot less or didn't exist.
I felt that since last year, maybe because of a lot of kids got some sexual abuse in the kindergarten.
Oh.
Yes, so the government they published the policy from last year. That one, I count that one as a big shift in society. In others, no, I don't see anything.
It's still the same.
For me, yeah, for me, I can just say. Hopefully, because right now our government wanted young people to give more baby. You know that.
Yeah, right. They increased the
their baby policy. I feel like they will do something on this part.
Right.
You should sign everyone up for your classes.
Also, I was reading there is a big lack of sperm donors in China. So there is a big problem on that side. And I was reading a couple of days ago that some institute in Shanghai, because there was not enough donors, they made this kind of competition for the university students or high school students in Shanghai. They need to be proofly resident there to kind of check who has the best and most beautiful and strongest sperm to attract them. Of course, to understand the importance of the lifestyle into the production of sperm. You know, if you smoke or drink, of course you have so it's like on one side a kind of educational purpose, and at the same time to hopefully have new people that will decide to donate.
That sounds ridiculous.
Yeah,
I was
right?
like, what?
No, but it
It's
is
like-
true that I read this. I didn't hear about like they were promoting this, but I read that there was like a lack of people donating sperm to the sperm banks for people
Okay.
that want to get artificially inseminated and have a baby that way. Because, you know, there's some people some couples that just can't have a baby because of some health reason.
Donate that is okay. You mean like have a competition to test out which one is much more
No,
stronger?
it's like this. So the sperm bank doesn't have enough sperm to meet the demands, right?
Okay.
So came up with a creative way to try to get the young people to donate sperm by making
In
some
an
kind of
anonymous way and stuff, but
Okay.
at least they
some
will
competition
learn.
like the healthiest sperm gets 100 kwai or whatever the fuck, right? So, by the way, I'll sell my sperm. I have 2 beautiful babies. I've got proof,
Physical proof.
physical proof,
Yes.
physical evidence.
Yes.
Good price. I'll sell it for a good price if you're out there if you want it.
You can click on the link below to get shady sperm straight from the freezer.
Yeah. You can buy it on Nancy's online webpage.
We will create a new line. You will find it on our online shop and on Nancy's website. It's straight out of the shady
We need a good name for it.
business.
Shady business. Shady business.
I'll be down how much for mine.
Oh
Yeah.
man. Well, congrats. Yes.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
This may be on your workshops. Do you guys get physical, or is it more about just like talking and
We do both.
you do
But
both?
it's not like that physical. We normally like give the math and give the tools how to awaken your 5 senses.
Mm-hmm.
But for example, the foreplay workshop we're gonna hold it on this Sunday. We have the parts to let people talking about what do you think about the foreplay, how long you think have to be, and what kind of you want,
Okay.
and those kind of a thing. The girls and the men, they will writing down what exactly.
And
what
they are a
want.
couple, or they are like
Individual,
individuals.
couple, LGBT, anyone, everyone can.
So
join
like a
this
single
one.
man can join
Yeah, sure. For
your workshop.
for this one, yes, everyone can join.
But some
this.
you have like more intimate or for like couples.
So far, we have a women's group, but before we have a mixed group. Somehow, I feel like it could be a little bit dangerous for me, so I kind of like, here, stop here.
Yeah. Right.
And it's gonna be very careful about this. So we're focused on the foreplay workshop and also focus on the female group like that.
Right.
Yeah, by the way, if you're interested, yes. Yeah, for that workshop, they will see, what's you really like, what's him really don't like. They will sharing the ideas, and also in the some part of we will having a game with them. Some of people they will lie down and they don't know what other people gonna do. So we gonna do for example, low temperature waxing, and some people are gonna give the mission to give the foot massage, or some of people are gonna just breathing like to another one's ears,
Okay.
or some of people are gonna taste. Someone gonna give you food just to taste. How's that feel? So all the thing is focused on how to awake your 5 senses.
All right.
Let you really try in that moment. You have interaction with other people, with a stranger, with the same sex or different gender. Could be everything. So you have a different feeling, and you learn different things in that classes.
Nice.
Yeah, we do have some physical touching things, but not too much.
Yeah.
Not like over that way. No.
Not the way Shady was thinking, basically. Yes.
But do you think that if you had like single men join, that some women might feel uncomfortable, like
Could be.
talking about their feelings or their emotion or their
It could be.
lack of confidence or whatever whatever they're going through in their.
That's the thing. So really depends on how we leading these classes, how the teacher gave the right vibe, give the right education. They feel safe and will create that safe and very healthy environment for everyone. If you don't feel sharing
Safe
anything,
or, yeah.
you don't feel having interact with other people, just stop. We're gonna make every rules here, and we respect everyone. That's it. So they know the rules. But thing is, when people sign up, they want to join the workshop. There's always have something they want to explore it. They want to see. They want to feel. That's the biggest
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
That's take courage. I always say all the people like who join our workshop, they already made a big difference for their life,
Oh,
even
for
for
sure.
this society.
I mean, accepting to yourself that you want it, that you need it, that you go there, share, and you put yourself in there. I mean, it's quite something. I mean, to be self-conscious of whatever you're doing in that sense.
I really remember one of the lady, she came to my workshop and she looks very outgoing. She's really like love to sharing everything and like quite ha 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 like that way. And then she came to my female 2 days workshop. She got huge problem with her husband. The
From going to the workshop or no?
no, the normal life, the
She had
marriage life.
okay. So she had a problem with her husband, wanted to join your workshop.
No, sorry, I'll make it again. She has a problem about having sex with her husband. They already in marriage like over 10 years without sex, except the first time give the baby. There's after that no sex at all.
For 10 years.
Over 10 years.
Fuck, dude.
Over 10 years. And then after a workshop, one day she just messaged me, we did it. I was like, fuck it. Nice.
After 10 years?
Yes. They just did it.
Wow.
And then the lady
But what
asked,
sorry.
asked her husband to join our foreplay workshop again together. I was really happy about that.
Wow.
And so he joined?
Very much. They still having the problem, still having their topic to face together. But at least some of big
They're
problems
making some
solved.
steps.
Yeah, there are steps, huge steps for them.
Wow.
Like that. So you don't even know how much people taking right now. And except that couple, there are so many other people that I really feel this is the right thing to do. And we have to do this. They don't say it, they don't showing it, but they know something transform of your life. Like that.
Right.
Well, I mean, I think for a couple, I think the best way for a couple to stay together for a long time and stay together happily is through enjoying sex and sexual experiences together. You know? Besides that, just like living with your best friend. If you're not having sex, like we're just raising a fucking puppy, but you know, we're friends. Maybe we're not even that good friends, but we're just having to be sharing the same bed and living together. You know? If you're not fucking, you're not enjoying having sex. It's just, and I think a lot of people are like that, you know. And a lot of like marriage go up and down in their sex life. It's good. You're doing something that's like really. I think for some people, it's a big, life-changing experience going through your workshops and meeting you and finding a way to have a better life. You know, with their partner, with themselves, with their feelings, with their emotions. I think you're doing a wonderful thing for society.
Thank you.
Do you also happen to bring this like outside of Shenzhen in other places, like organizing?
We do, but before this question, I want to go back to that question.
Right.
I feel like talking about sex and having sex, like right now we're talking about sex. We know sex is very important in the marriage life or something. That's true, but I feel like that's not the most of a biggest thing people facing right now. People is actually very easily to talking about sex now. In now age, especially young people, and us, we understand without sex is really hard. But the deeper things I think, is actually people, it's really hard and difficult to facing the love part. Young people, they don't talk love. But old people, elder people, they can.
Okay.
The most of the hard things even for myself, how to drop off that good looking mask. Because deep down, I feel that most of the people, they want to have love. They want to have a beautiful relationship. Not just talking about, yes, sex is very important in our life, but that's always gonna, the passion gonna go away. What's in the end? Love and the relationship. People not really talking about this. They are scared of this.
All right.
That's the thing I feel like much more important before you're talking about sex. I mean, like, for me, sex is not only talking about doing the thing. It's more about your life, your relationship, how to, for example, my partner, how I help my partner, how I can create that space for my partner to let him or let her, whatever, to be themselves, like to help them to really to see their own identity of their the whole life. It's not I want to have a something from you. I don't want to have a house, or I don't want to, even I don't want to secure from you. But what I can contribute to my partner, that's the part is talking about love. But some people, they cannot accept this. They cannot aceive people want to give love. I feel like 2 years ago, I couldn't understand this part because my heart cannot open to people. I doubting.
All right.
I even talking about sex, talking about love is blah, 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 but no. If people cannot feel the real feel who I am, cannot feel I'm loved and I'm valued, there is no intimacy, sexual life for you. I can see that. I really wish in the future, my country, we could have like love education. Then it's gonna be very easy to talking about a sexual life.
Okay.
Yeah, and also for my participants, when they came to me, they married or not married yet or prepared to get married, I want them to know that you have to show in your vulnerability to your partner and not get something from your partner. You want to create that space for your partner.
Right.
That's you can be who you are. Your partner can be who they are. That one gonna be very powerful to having the intimacy relationship and sex.
That's very true. It's not so granted or straightforward to understand, because I mean, for love, you have to project yourself into the other. When it's mostly sex, it's very personal. Whoever thinks about sex, it's mostly for their own pleasure.
Yeah.
When it's about love, it's for giving that pleasure of happiness of love to the other part. So
think about that way. Think about the friends around us. Are they afraid of talking about love? Are they feel scared of showing their vulnerability? Are they really feel that I'm loved and valued? I don't think so.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a very, very.
That's deep. That's like another beer deep.
Yes, very deep.
Are you good in love, Sherry, or making love?
That's another deep question.
That's what she said.
Can you repeat
Do you
it?
feel I'm loved?
Could you be loved? Could you be loved? And be loved.
No, but at the end, of course, there is a very, let's say, subtle line and boundary about what is the definition of love. Because that also opens a whole new chapter about what exactly are we talking about. If it is,
And I think everybody has a different definition
Of
of
love.
love
of course,
and
Yes.
different understanding of what love is. You know, like you could have grown up in a very terrible family, and your father gave you one cookie one day, and that was love to you. You know, you could have grown up with hugs and kisses and warmth, and that's your love. You know, it's still, but it's what you guys fucking think what love is. You know,
yeah, the thing. I mean,
it's a complicated
you cannot
emotion.
you cannot show love through a mathematical or scientific formula, and you cannot just make a study case out of a benchmark, right? So it's very, let's say,
Personal,
feeble to be defined in a common understanding where everybody is on the same page.
Yep.
And I think it's very interesting what you said, that when you understand that love is not about your feeling, but is the consequences of your feeling, of what you bring on the other side. That's very inclusive of the two sides. It's not just about that, like, baby love, where you feel like your heart is broken, but you're just
Like the puppy love.
puppy love, just because you are liking that person so much.
You just met her at
But
the
you
bar.
just want him for yourself, and you think that's love, but you're not doing anything. You're just crying because you don't have him. That's greediness. But
Right.
that's, of course, when we are 14.
People do that when they're adults too.
Or when we
Yes.
are adults, too, of
Yeah,
course.
it's not just
it's like,
14.
but at the end, I mean, I think I have this definition of love because, first of all, I don't think love is only between people.
Yeah.
First of all, it's a status, a feeling that makes you do and go after things for that thing that you love. And so basically, of course, we have something we love, like, of course, our mother or our profession or our partner or our friend or our dog. That's, I think, at the end of the day, is if we want to try to summarize it in a kind of physical thing, is that those things that during the day or during the hour, during the month, during the year are occupying most of your thoughts and therefore are also controlling and making you do certain things and taking certain actions for those stuff, that's when it's love, because you just have it in your head and you're doing something proactively for that thing, whether it is your partner, if you really love, whether it's your mother, your parents, or your dog or your profession. When you have it in your head and occupies most of your thinking time or concentration or feeling, that's probably when you're driven by doing something good for the other party. It's not just about yourself. And that's, also sex can be taken on the side of being willing to do something good for the other side, but it's not the same thing. It's not the same. Yeah, of course, that's much more physical. Love is more about feeling and actions.
Yeah, some emotions.
Yeah. Shady starts crying now.
Look at that face.
Look at her face.
Seems like you have a lot of a story to tell.
No, I'm just trying to understand, trying to digest what Freddie was saying.
It's very deep.
It was very
Very
deep.
deep.
That's what
Do
she
you
said.
think that love, the word love, is only for human to human connection? Like, for example, I was just thinking, while you were talking about this, I was thinking about, like, I love to make podcasts, but is that really like a way you should use love?
Well,
You know,
the-
like, is love more about like something deeper between two people, or your feeling towards?
But in terms of semantic, in English, you use love as a word, as a verb, for being in love and for loving something. but they're slightly different. In Italian, we have two totally separate
Different words, right?
Like I can say like I love you as a friend and I love you, but I wouldn't say ti amo. Like I'm really in love, that kind of love we talk about. I wouldn't say that to anybody. It would even take some time for me if I'm in a relationship with a girl before I can say that to her. I mean, it's really like that level of I'm in love. I don't just love you. So that's also a problem of languages. I mean, I don't know how you can articulate the same,
You know.
idea or
People can
concept.
feel. I think people can really feel when you truly say, I love you.
Yeah.
People can feel.
And also, I think that it's also important to understand that love is not forever. Because that is something that I think that when you are conscious about it, this is on a bigger scale
Like a
of
quickie
things
love?
in life. I mean that it can be very true and it can be very dense and very, let's say, true love. But it doesn't mean it's going to last forever. The definition of love is not being something forever. Because people think, oh, I found the right one and then I'm going to spend the whole life with it. But if it doesn't happen, probably you still had a very good love relationship and exchange.
Right.
But it doesn't mean that if you broke up, then it was not love or you're still looking for love. Because there's a lot of people that in time they get frustrated by this. Nothing is forever.
Also, too, like there's a difference, I think, for like love. Like I could say like I love you, but like I'm not in love with you.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know?
In Italian, we have two different words for it. In
Ti
Chinese,
amo.
are you able to
Wu ai ni,
express
or
by
like
words
wu-
this difference?
Yeah.
We only have 我爱你, I think. Or
So would you
我喜欢你.
say in Chinese, right? I love hot pot. Would you say wu ai huo guo? No,
我
you.
们会说 we say 我喜欢吃火锅.
Okay.
No.
So you wouldn't
Like,
use the
我
word
喜欢.
love.
Not really.
So you say wu ai. You'd use the word I, right? It was the love, right?
Yeah, 我
Most
喜欢吃 or 我非常喜欢吃火锅. I don't say 我爱死火锅了. No.
Right.
I don't say-
Okay.
So you
okay.
save the love word for somebody.
Yeah. I feel like especially for Chinese because we.
But it
don't
can be your
really
friend. You can say that to your.
Yeah,
You would
yeah.
use it.
Yeah, 欢迎哦. Yeah.
Why not, Freddie?
欢迎哦.
Later, we go have some foreplay after our workshop.
No, it's very interesting. It's very. I mean, it's very hard to imagine and admirable how you can handle all this because at the end you are, of course, you've been studying, practicing, and stuff, but you are trying to help people solving problems that are not physical, right? I mean, most of it, I guess, is in here.
Here and here. Yeah.
And that is like super important, not only for you to help through, but for people to understand that they can deal with it. Because it is not like something, oh wow, something is growing here on my arm, I can see it and I need to remove it. I mean, and then I'm conscious I have it and I want to go and get it checked and then please give me a cream and it goes. That's much more.
Well, also too, like people are so different, right? For example, I'm not gonna mention any names, but like I know somebody who was raped when she was a teenager, and ever since that experience, she's never enjoyed sex
Yeah.
once, right? She just it became like a dark part of her
Yeah.
life,
Life,
when she had sex. And then some people like come to be like, I want to get my wife into SM,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So you have to like deal with like so many
super
different
wide range
a
of
wide range
yeah.
of like emotions and experiences and complexities of human experience and nature, and where they come from and what they want to get out of it.
Yeah.
So I think it's
That's one more thing, helping people to recognize what's a real problem need to solve, and what's just a game. When you mention a BDSM, it's just a game. But most of the people, they think this is a really bad thing. You shouldn't have this. You shouldn't play in BDSM. We explaining what's game, what's the disorder, helping them to recognize this. It's very important for them. So basically, this is all based on the sex education. Yeah, it's either thing. But yeah, your friends need to see the therapist.
Yeah, but I think she needs to see not just a sex therapist, but a clinical psychiatrist. She has a lot of.
You know what I think is because if you go to normal basic counselor, they just give you basic counseling. Your friends have to go someone really focus on this measure
specific topic.
Specific therapist have to, if she or her or him wants to be
enjoy it or experience something like that.
That's a lot.
It's a big scar. It's just
because one of a girl from my female group, not only one, we actually have a few ladies got sex abused when they was little. I know how hard it is, and how hard also, even they already married, have kids, they still suffering because of this.
Yeah, it's a lifetime scar you have to deal with emotionally, and a lot of girls go through it, a lot of boys go through it.
Yeah.
And if you don't get therapy or find some help or something like that, it's gonna haunt you your whole life. It's crazy how something so beautiful also could be something so dark in people's life. When you make love to someone that you love, it's the most beautiful experience. But for some people, sex is some of the most darkest days that they've had, because of some unfortunate circumstance.
You need very comfortable. You need to be very comfortable in those situations, right? Being naked and doing things with someone, you need to be very comfortable in general. Even if you don't have that scar, it's like not just going out for a beer, right? But yeah, it's a very wide topic, crazy interesting. I really admire you for what you are doing. I know you said you are also expanding the business, so
yes.
It means that probably you're not going to be only in Sheco. I know that recently you've been around here stuff.
Yeah. We are... So except the workshop in Shenzhen, we're holding a workshop in Shanghai, in Beijing, Guangzhou before, and then we're still going to keep this.
Also, yes, that's why you were traveling so much.
Yes.
The reason you were talking always like...
you travel a few times a month, right? For...
Every week.
I didn't count.
Every weekend you're gone somewhere else?
Always have something going on, like workshop in other cities, or we have a workshop, or I need to find time to go back to my homeland to visit my family. So all the things going on.
Where in China are you from?
Chongqing.
Oh, Chongqing.
Yeah.
So
nice.
Dude, speaking of your family, what do your parents think about what you're doing? Or you haven't told them yet?
Wait, of course they know. Of course they know. My parents, they don't know a lot about what's human sexuality, but they know what I'm doing. The whole point for them is, one, it's safe. My physical safety. The second, you do the thing you do the thing legally, not illegal.
Right.
That's it. You raise yourself, you're happy, that's it. So for this part, I really appreciate for my parents. And also I have older sister. I can talk with my older sister and we sharing things. And since I started doing this, I always showing some video, showing some very famous TV station or some interview to my parents, and they will know, oh, I'm doing the right thing. I'm on the right track. So they will be like, okay, You do your thing. And but my dad is kind of like, I was like, I think my dad is more open-minded than my mom. And sometimes, at one time, my dad was driving. And he was like, I saw your website, your account. You guys selling the toys. I was like, you see that? I was like, And then sometimes he will talking about what's privacy, like sexual privacy, or sometimes he will talking about.
Like, I mean, you mean about yours or about his own?
Generally speaking.
Oh, generally speaking, okay.
Yeah, sometimes I'm, Mom, he didn't talking about you. I was like,
Okay.
my mom just laughed. Yeah, for some, I feel like I'm very happy my parents, they're not really say, hey, you're bad or you're give a lot of labels on me. But in the very beginning, some of my relatives, they'll be like, what are you doing? Like secretly asked my sister, Nancy's okay? And Nancy's doing some dirty things.
Did your dad ever like ask you like, like I need you to like teach mom how to be a little bit more freaky in bed?
I wish he'd tell me. But sometimes my mom got some problem or my mom will feel the body unhealthy. I'll be like, do you know? Blah, 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 blah,
Sex
I
is like
will
the
give
best
the
cure for
education,
headache.
Right.
Give
But
that.
slip it in.
Thinking about that way.
Does your dad follow your Instagram account?
They follow my WeChat account.
But not your Instagram.
They don't use that. They don't use Instagram. That's a
Anybody wants to follow a hot girl on Instagram? She's always posting like half naked pictures, lingerie.
I don't.
You don't follow her on Instagram?
No, I don't know. Now
Now you want to.
I mean, of course, I follow all our guests, man.
I'm posting very normal picture, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same pictures that are on WeChat, right?
I'm not really posted a lot
Look
of
pretty
pictures
hot
on
on-
Instagram or Facebook.
But there were some hot
There were
pictures.
some of them. Some
hot-
of them hot pictures when I was little, when I was young,
A few
get
years ago.
attention. But now it's not really like doing that. It's enough for me to having that attention. I'm doing my thing, doing my thing. That's it.
But they're hot. You had some hot pictures on Instagram. Many people, like myself, appreciated seeing them.
Oh, thank you.
Compliments.
Thank you.
I will let you know very soon.
She's gonna delete them all now.
Please, guys, follow my official WeChat account.
Exactly.
Much more welcome.
We will
Go
share a
Nancy.
link and in the description below. all
Do you
the
guys do
content.
BDSM workshops?
Let's see, we have a BDSM online classes. So one more part for the online classes, we teach skills. We do teach that because we still know.
Can you teach Can you teach Freddie how to be my little sub?
Yeah, we can.
We'll walk you around
Come to-
Nanto.
Come to my workshop. Even in the foreplay workshop, we have one more part to let people to try the low temperature waxing, bondage, and SP, all those kind of stuff. They will try a little bit.
SP?
Spank.
Oh, spank. Okay.
Yeah, span. Yeah, and the online courses we have like how to do the foreplay, how to like bro job, hand job, and how to do the positions, how to find your G spot, A spot, or C spot, all the spots, and how to have a better
What's an A spot?
interaction of your partner. And that
A spot?
A spot.
Like the
I
anal
don't know
spot?
that. No,
I mean, I know.
that's for girls. A spot.
No, the G spot is for girls, right?
Yeah.
How
also
many spots are there?
A, C, G. Yeah, at least three. At
Three.
least.
Okay, so G spot is in the vagina around the corner.
C is clitoris. The corner.
Yeah, there.
Okay.
The first to the right.
Whatever. You understand what I mean. Both of you understand. So, what's the C and what's the A?
C is clitoris.
Oh.
Yeah, A is
Okay.
near your pelvic. I don't know the English name. You know the girls there have your PC muscles there, and
It's inside?
it's really inside,
Like
deep in,
behind.
not go here. It's not go inside here, but there have a head. You hit that head. That's a A spot. What's that English word?
Like you go this way or go this way?
You go this way.
That's a G spot.
Your G spot is in the front, right? It's not really go deep of your vagina, but A spot is really go
Yeah,
deep.
close. It's a kind of
Really deep.
yeah.
Inside.
That's the A spot.
That's A spot. It's close to your pelvis.
That's the squirt button.
Kind of. Kind of.
You can't
but
reach that,
not.
man.
Yeah, online courses also we have like BDSM classes, and we have like 13 different classes.
13.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
13 different package of classes, so you guys can study.
So if somebody wants to join your classes, basically they go to your webpage, they choose the class that they want, and then they pay some money to enter this class, and they watch like a series of videos
Yeah.
of you guys talking about it, and then you maybe give some small email correspondence or WeChat chatting about if they have
We don't
questions
do
or
the
whatever.
email once they bought the classes, and our customer service gonna add them in the group. And every month we have a different themes to give to them, and also Q&A. And yeah, that's the online courses.
So you buy the course and then you become part of the community,
Yeah.
and then you can ask
You can
questions
share, you
or
can ask questions. You can have a random topic with your classmates.
right.
Classmates. That's it.
Oh yeah, classmates.
Why you laugh like that?
Did it happen that some people that met through your courses, then they ended up?
You mean
In double-
like two single people, they fell in love kind of thing.
I don't know.
Is that what you're talking about? Or,
Love or something, but you
or
know,
is two people want to like they met each other and
I
fucked?
think that they went.
I'm sure they do.
I think Freddie
they
wants to
went
sign
on a
up.
date. Or let's put it simple. I don't
Yeah,
know.
we have.
So
we
that's
have
Do
quite
like
a
a-
good
like a
success,
matchmaker.
right? I mean,
yeah. I know some of them just like made good friends and go
Hooked
out
up,
dating.
friends with benefits.
and then
I
very
don't
good.
know. I'm assume, who knows? Not my business. Yeah.
The only thing to left for you guys to know more
Sign
about
up.
all.
Go to the sign up for the classes.
Sign up, follow Nancy. You will know where to find her and where to follow her. And of course, if you want to know more,
What class do you recommend the most?
If
What do you
it's
think is the most fun
popular?
class? No, not
but
popular.
the most popular, yeah. What
You
is
can
the
say
most
the most
popular?
popular. Foreplay.
Foreplay.
Yeah, one is how to set up the environment.
Is
Foreplay, have
is
three
oral
classes.
oral sex is part of foreplay?
Yeah, we do like in foreplay this package. We have three different classes. One is how to set up your environment in the room, how to have all the stuff like environments, and the second is how to give the oral sex. Then the third one is like hand job. Yes, private massage. Give the really hand job the massage way
Right,
like that.
right,
Yeah.
right.
That's the most popular courses.
I'm
for
gonna sign up,
foreplay.
Freddie, for the hand job course.
Both girls and the boys, Yeah, for
All
offline.
right. Yes.
Offline also foreplay workshop is most popular.
Can me and Freddie join the foreplay workshop?
Sure, we already have foreigners join us before.
Can we
All
vlog
right.
it?
But
But
maybe
like it,
maybe people don't want to be seen in there.
We
But if you want, you can vlog me
Giving me a blowjob
first.
or hand job.
You need to get some practice first. I know my skills already.
yeah when we were in Shanghai, we already have a foreigner join our workshop, and also some of my friends, they're like Chinese wife and foreigner husband. They want to join us as well.
Okay.
Welcome. Why not?
I'm too shy. I couldn't do it. I'm a shy
Well,
boy.
everybody is welcome. You can join through the BDSM course, or you can join with a mask. Nobody will know you.
Bring out the gimp.
Bring on the GIMP. Exactly.
It's okay, just buy the online classes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
the anonymous classes.
You see, she is very good business woman. She already know how
I
to
know you.
make you anyway get what you need and what you want.
Yes.
And few guys also want to know more and want to
know-
get that.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Sorry.
It's beautiful what you're saying. follow Nancy, go to her classes. You should do like an aphrodisiac, sexy show, aphrodisiac burlesque show night event. That
Like-
would be fucking amazing. You understand what that all
No.
means? Aphrodisiac.
Then we can spend the weekend in jail together.
Why? Burlesque is not naked.
No, I know that, but
So aphrodisiac is food that makes you horny and feel sensual. Burlesque is kind of like the sexy stage dancing, kind of like striptease, but without the nakedness, right?
Okay.
So it's like a aphrodisiac, food, aperitifs, dinner, whatever, some burlesque. You know, coordinate with some like pole dance studio. You know, have a little stage somewhere, very private, intimate event. You know, maybe have some raffle or lucky draw for some sex toys.
I thought about that, but
Fuck, dude. But
dangerous
why?
for me.
Why?
Because
Well, which part of it is dangerous? Nothing illegal, nothing naked, nothing
that's what
sexual.
we always think. That's what we think is not sensitive. It's legal. Who knows? Especially this topic in China. I don't want any
You
trouble.
don't even
with
have to
my-
talk about sex,
like-
though. It's not
We
like
don't-
you're
we
going.
don't
You're going there
talk, but
talking
it's
about
like-
sex. It's just friends having an aphrodisiac food, which is just makes you feel. It's like eating ginger, right? Ginger makes your body feel something.
Oh, I got that.
It's
Yeah,
nothing,
maybe yes,
nothing like
yes.
naked or
Yeah.
like too erotic. Just kind of like a sensual night.
Yeah,
Like you can go to a pole dance studio and watch them dance.
yeah.
Pole dance all over fucking Shenzhen. There's 1,000 pole dance studios.
Yeah,
But like like Moulin Rouge, you know, they're like coming out, doing
Yeah.
a little thing, fucking having a little cocktail, a little
maybe we
fucking
can do
food.
it together.
Maybe we should do it
Yeah, maybe we should
together.
do it together.
we can arrange one.
Yeah.
I can be the pole.
You could be
Sorry, it was a nice joke. No, but I'm serious about it. In terms of, I'm really interested in imagining like when you're talking about the setting and stuff. I mean, myself, I'm an architect, so in terms of light, space,
Yeah.
and
I think it'd be a fucking
smells, are all
amazing
things.
thing.
It can be
dude.
very interesting. Combine food, space, and actions and things. Let's talk about it.
That's not something related to our overseas retreat. I can tell you guys later.
All right. we'll keep it behind the lines now.
So if we do
Sharing
make
it,
an event, we will announce it on our channel.
of course.
Figure it out later. Nancy, it was a pleasure to have you with us today.
Thank
Thank you for
tonight.
coming.
Thanks for the
I think
interview.
you're doing amazing things for people. Want you to keep going. You're
I will.
fucking blowing it up in your space. Next time we talk, I want to see 30 employees. I want to see Nancy sex toys and whatever. We want to design the packaging.
Oh yeah, that's the
You know?
most important. The good sales, guys.
All the best of luck for all you're
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah.
And,
Thank you guys. Thanks
Once
for
again, thanks for coming. You guys know where to find us, and now you also know where to find Nancy. So stay tuned. Shady,
We're
Freddy,
out.
Nancy, designer, out.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers with my
Boom.
water.